First class up this evening's going to be 9,000 farm stock with Tim Smoot as a puller from Edinburgh, Virginia. Well, slight change in program here. First puller up is going to be Eber Wenger. Oliver Okar from Singers Glen, Virginia. How about it? Eber Wenger with Oliver, 290.84, 290.84. And guess what? He's in first place right now. Coming onto the track now is Jeff Herring from Woodstock, Virginia with the Possum Holla Express. Jeff Herring with a 292.32, 292.32, new leader. Up next we got Dean Jones in a 200 Alice Challenger from Edinburgh, Virginia. Dean Jones, 266.85, 266.85. That's Tim Smoot from Edinburgh, Virginia, going out the gate. That Ford put him up front, 321.78, 321.78. Got Scotty Shank coming up on the track with a Ford 5095 from Luray. How about a hand for Scotty? 274.83, 274.83 for Scotty Shank. We got Jack Smoot coming out on the track with a Ford 8000. How about it for Jack Smoot and that old Ford 8000? $306.47, 306.47, good enough for a number 2 spot. The open gas truck class is next. If you're in the open gas truck class, come on up and line up. 265.86, 265.86 for Jake Jones. And that's all the 9,000 farm stock. First place goes to Tim Smoot, 321.78 feet. Second place goes to Jack Smoot with 306.47. Third place, Jeff Herring with 292.32. Fourth place, Eber Wenger with 290.84. Fifth place, Scotty Shank, 274.83. Sixth place, Dean Jones with 266.85. Up next, we got Riley Harvey from Afton, Virginia, and the truck he calls Wrong Turn. Riley Harvey 214.84, but he's going to go again. Got Kyle Davis coming out on the track with a 2006 Chevrolet from Luray, Virginia. How about a hand for Kyle Davis? Kyle Davis with a distance of 247.46 feet, 247.46. Got a Stanley boy coming out on the track, Eric Gray, truck he calls Say Win. Yeah! Needs to rename that sucker Dust Cloud. $274.56, 274.56. Got Skeeter Sowers coming out on the track with a 79 Chevy. Got Skeeter Sowers with 270.61, 270.61. We got Riley Harvey coming back out on the track. 208.44, 208.44. That's the luck of the draw when you drop back and do another one. Got a local favorite coming out on the track, Mr. Bill Good from Luray, Virginia, in his 73 Ford. Completely street legal. Want to thank the Stanley Volunteer Fire Department guys for being here this evening. Standing by with us on the finish end of the track. Luray Rescue Squad is here as well. Thank them. All right, y'all make some noise for Bill Good. Yes, sir. $297.05, $297.05. You got Joe Breeden coming out on the track with a 94 F350, good looking truck. 11,000 Hot Farm is next. If you're in the 11,000 Hot Farm class, go ahead and start lining up. Joe Breeden with 185.78, 185.78, and that rounds out the class. First place, Bill Good, 297.05. Second place, Eric Gray, 274.56. Third place, Skeeter Sowers, 270.61. Fourth place, Kyle Davis, 247.46. Fifth place, Riley Harvey, 214.84. And in sixth place, Joe Breeden, 185.78. We got Rob Stombach here. He looked over and said, gee, there's a light on over there. I think I'll stop by.
All right, we got the mouth of the South. Rob is here tonight, man. Hey, let's look at these sponsors. We got to thank everybody for coming out. We got Family Flooring. He's always a big sponsor. You need some work done, tile work, any kind of work, carpeting, flooring, anything, he can take care of it for you. Rockingham Petroleum, always a good sponsor for us. Huffman Trailer Sales, LD&B Insurance. They've got all kinds of insurances. They got financial planning, anything you need. Tom's Auto Repair. A&L Grinding, Luray Caverns Corp. Got to thank them. They're always here for us every year. Springview Landscaping, Reed's Tire Center. Need some tires, they'll take care of you. Donaldson Enterprises. All right, Griffith Welding, Blue Ridge Bank, A-Team Construction, Beam Boys Trucking, Stacy's Towing, Lansbury Legacy, in memory of Paul, Tommy, Jim, Joan and Lee, P&W Lawn Care, James River Equipment, and J&C Towing. We appreciate everybody coming out tonight. I know we got some good food over there. Let's get something to eat tonight, man. Got a great crowd. Good to see you. Y'all ready to have some fun tonight? Woo, looks like it. Looks like it. We got some hot rodders out here tonight. Now we're going to see the big boy tractors coming up next. All right, what do we got here? What do we got? 11,000 Hot Farm tractors. Up first up, Mark Lawson. All right, that was Mark Lawson out of Standardsville, Virginia, running an 8600 Ford. Let's see what he's got. 296.49, 296.49 from Mark Lawson. We're going to find out if he's coming back or not, if he's going to keep that or what. All right, looks like he's going to keep that pull. I don't blame him. That's a heck of a pull. Let's see what we got from now on. next up we got Daniel Berner. He's running an international 1066. He's out of Luray, Virginia. All right, I had it wrong. He's coming back around. Excuse me. He's not going to take that pull. He's going to come back around. Let's hear it for the local guy. We don't have many in here. We've only got a couple out from our town. Daniel Berner. Here we go. All right, looks like he's got a green light. Go. All right, let's see what we got for Daniel. Daniel pulled a 168.05. 168.05 for Daniel Berner. All right, looks like we got a green light. Go. Here we go with Tommy Eppert. $96.41, 96.41. I'm sure he's a little disappointed, but looks like he's going to, I think he's going to let it back up and try it again. I'll tell you, it's like Tim was saying earlier, we could not put this thing on if it wasn't for all the community agencies all over the place. You got Stanley Fire Department, we've got the Rescue Squad. We couldn't have all this stuff if it wasn't for a lot of cooperation from everybody in the county. We appreciate them, we appreciate everybody being here. All right, he's got the slack out of it, green light. He's going to give her another shot. Come on, give him a try. Let's go. There, he's got it. Good looking pull right there from Tommy Eppert. Let's see what he's got. 308.44, 308.44 for Tommy Eppert. Next up, I think we got Kendra Henry running a Ford 9000, then out of Mount Jackson, Virginia. All right, we're going to see if he's going to give it another shot again. That's going to be Kendra Henry for the Ford 9000 out of Mount Jackson. That was actually a 66.97, but we're not going to pay a whole lot of attention to that. I believe he's going to get another run at it. Let's see how he can do this time. All right, here he goes. He's got a green light. Let's see what happens this time. All right, he's got it. Woo, that's what I'm talking about right there. Give him a hand, that's right. All right, Kendra Henry with a 287.77, 287.77. What a run. I think we need a tow tractor. We need a tow tractor. All right, we need a tow. We got a little break here. I think we can call that off. All right, what a good run for Kendra. Let's see who we got next. Kenny Bauer out of Ripon Red. Or he's running Ripon Red, and he is out of Dyke, Virginia. All right, looks like he's got her squared up, getting ready. All right, he's got the slack out of her. We got a green light. Go. Let's see what he can do. That's going to be a disqualification. Had to go out of bounds there. It does happen. Like I say, kind of hard to keep control of that thing when your front wheels are off of the ground there, but he gave her a good shot. Looks like we got next up, we got Ben Smelser. He's running the International 1466. He's out of Stanley, Virginia. Let's see what he can do.
Anyone in the pit area that does not have an armband, anyone in the pit area that does not have an armband needs to vacate that area, please. If you're not a driver and not with a crew with an armband, you need to move from the barrier walls.
Guys, again, don't forget we got all kinds of good food up there. We got the 50-50 going on, got a TV raffle. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors again tonight. We'll go over them in a couple minutes, but just cannot put these events on without them. We thank them all. All right, look like we got the track ready to go. Ready for Ben Smelser out of Stanley. Let's see what he's got. A lot of pull from Ben. 287.23 for Ben Smelser. All right, next up we've got Hunter Shipley in Backwoods Binder out of Ruckersville, Virginia. All right, here we go. Hold on. That's a good looking pull for Hunter Shipley. Let's see what he's got. $294.67 for Hunter Shipley in Backwoods Binder. All right, looks like we got Justin Horst next. Looks to me like he's running a big old Ford, blue Ford over there. Ford 9600 it is. Justin Horst, and he is out of Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Another good looking pull there. Let's see what he comes in at. 279.82, 279.82 for Justin Horst. All right, next up we got Jake Jones. He's running the In-Laws Outlaws. He's out of Luray, Virginia. All right, here we go. He's getting ready. This is Jake Jones from Luray and the In-Laws Outlaws. Let's see how he does. Another good looking ball. Let's see where he comes in. $282.58 for Jake Jones. All right, here we go. He's getting staged up and ready to go. Looks like we got Logan Freeze in Blue Fever. All right, looks like he's ready to go. Green light, here we go. He's got an 86.36, 86.36. Let's see if he's going to try her again. All right, looks like he can give her another shot. He's got a green light on the track. Let's see what he can do. 92.48, 92.48 for Logan Freeze. All right, looks like next up is going to be a rerun for Mark Lawson. He did have that choice, and he chose to go again. Had an awful good pull the first time, so we're going to see how he can come out this time. All right, they're taking a slack out of it again. We got Mark Lawson coming up for his repull. He had the choice. He had an awful good pull. Let's see if he can beat that one. He's got a green light on the track. He's getting it primed up and ready. Another good looking pull. Let's see where he came in this time. All right, he won a 296.19. Less than 1 foot of what he had last time. 296.19 for Mark Lawson. Now next up, we got a little something different here. This is going to be just an exhibition pull, not for points, if I understand that right. He's just going to come up here and show us what he can do. His name is Brooke Grantham. He is out of Goldsboro, North Carolina, blowing the blue boss. All right, again, this is a 9 points poll, exhibition only. His name is Brooke Grantham, something like that. He's in the blue boss 9,000. He's out of Goldsboro, North Carolina. Give him a hand to coming down here and to put a show on for us. Let's just see how far he went. .08, 290.08. And we appreciate him coming and showing us what he had here tonight. Next up, all right, in fourth place, we have Kendra Henry with a poll of 287.77. Next up is place number 3 is going to be Hunter Shipley with a poll of 294.67. In second place, Mark Lawson with a poll of 296.19. And your winner in first place is Tommy Eppard out of Standardsville, Virginia with a poll of 308.44. All right, looks like he's all hooked up, got the slack out of it. Waiting on a green light on the track, and he has got it. We got Jonathan Snyder. Let's see what he's got. All right, not a bad pull to get us started. Let's see what he comes in at. All right, he's pretty sure that he can do better than that, and he's going to run her again. You know, these tractors, they move a little bit slower, but they got a lot of torque and a lot of juice coming up through there. They can still get a really good pull out of these things. All right, looks like next up, Jason Teeter. He's running an International 706. He's out of Mount Solon. All right, we got a green light on the track. He is ready for Jason Teeter.
Yep.
Look at that workhorse right there. Good looking pull. Let's see where he comes in. 255.44, 255.44 for Jason Teeter. Looks like next up we've got Levi Hamrick and Little Beef. He's out of Woodstock, Virginia. All right, looks like he's staged, ready to go. Got a green light. Let's see what he's got. Levi Hamrick, Little Beef. All right, nice pull right there. $251.27. Next up, we got Hunter Shiflett. He's the backwoods binder out of Ruckersville, Virginia. All right, looks like the track is clear and ready for him. Let's see what he's got. Sure what he found right there in the middle, but he found an extra gear or something. Good looking pull right there. Let's see what that is. Jack Smoot just moved himself into first place with a pull of 291.02. 291.02. Now next up is going to be Tim Smoot. He's running a full Ford 9000. He's also out of Edinburgh, Virginia. I got a strange feeling Mr. Jack Smoot has set the mark. It's going to be pretty hard to get to. Let's see what these guys got. All right, here we go. I don't know what these Smoot boys have found, but they found something. Yeah, it's not going to be too good of a Thanksgiving dinner at the Smoot family. We got a 297.74. 297.74 for Tim Smoot. Eber Wegner, he's running Oscar. That's an Oliver, of course. He's out of Singers Glen, Virginia. Good looking tractor, I know that. Let's see what he can do. Here we go. Good looking pull right there also. 271.64. 271.64. Real good turnout at our gun raffle, and we have great amounts of money for that one too, and we're going to have one tonight too, so everybody get there. Here we go. Good looking pull. Let's see where we come in at. Let's get everybody staged up for the 6200 Street. 6200 Street, let's get the stage and get ready to go. 275.51, 275.51 for Brian Comer. He's out of Shenandoah, Virginia. Next up, Aaron Painter with a Ford 8600 out of Stanley, Virginia. Like I say, let's get all these 6200 streets staged up and ready to go. Let's keep this thing rolling. Also, we got a TV raffle up there. Guys, I'll tell you what, they're just down here making me hungry. They said they got hot dogs, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, ham sandwiches, barbecue sandwiches, french fries, all the drinks you can ask for. Man, if you want something to eat, right there it is. There's a good looking bowl right there. Mr. Aaron Painter with a good looking pole right there. Let's see what he comes in at. There's a good looking pole right there. Mr. Aaron Painter with a good looking. That's a good looking pull right there for Aaron Painter. 286.05, 286.05 for Aaron Painter out of Luray, out of Stanley, Virginia. All right, we got one more in the 11,000 pound farm. He decided to run again. Mr. Jonathan Snyder's getting ready to run again. All right, here he comes, Jonathan Snyder. All right, all right. All right, that's going to do it for the 11,000 pound farm. We're going to give you the results here in just a minute. $246.15 for Jonathan Snyder. Let's give you the tally up the results here in just a minute. In fourth place is going to be Brian Comer. He's out of Shenandoah, Virginia with a pole of 275.51. In third place is going to be Aaron Painter with a pole of 286.05. In second place is going to be Jack Smoot out of Edinburgh, Virginia with a pole of 291.02. And in first place, Tim Smoot with a pole of 297.74. Happy Thanksgiving for the Smoots. All right, here we go. We're at 6200th Street. And first up is going to be a local favorite, Jason Griffith. Saucy, coming up from Luray, Virginia. All right, he's got a green light on the track. Let's see what he's got. Good looking ball for Jason Griffith. Saucy. $301.45. Is he keeping it? All right, he's keeping that, and I don't blame him. All right, next up, we got Jamie Griffin. He's not saucy, he's sassy out of Luray, Virginia. All right, he's getting all staged up and ready. Getting a little slack out. Waiting on a green light, and we got it. It's time for Jamie Griffith. Sassy. All right, now we got the green light and green flag, and let's do it. Griffin boys are here to do business tonight. Good looking pole right there. 296.94, 296.94 for Jamie Griffith. Next up, Jamie Wright, looking for dirt. He's out of Ritzieville, Virginia. All right, here we go. He's got a green light on the track, waiting on the tractors to clear, and it looks like it's time for him to go. Jamie Wright, looking for dirt out of Ritzieville. .56, 299.56 for Jamie Wright. All right, next up, Terry Roby in Code Blue. Not quite sure where he's from, but he got a good-looking truck down there. All right, we're going to need a tow tractor. We're going to need a tow here. All right, just found out Terry Roby in Code Blue. He's from Amosville, Virginia. Glad to have him. Let's see what he can do for us. All right, looks like he's got him all hooked up, ready to go, just waiting on the track. And this is gonna be Terry Roby, Code Blue out of Amosville, Virginia. All right, looks like we're clear. Here we go. Another good-looking bull right there. $296.21, $296.21 for Terry Roby. All right, next up we got Cooper Griffith in Buckshot. He's out of Flint Hill, Virginia. All right, he looks like he's got the slack out of it. Is the track ready? Yes, it is. We got a green light. It's time to go. All right, we've got a new first place, and that is with a 303.25, 303.25 for Cooper Griffith with Buckshot. All right, next up, it looks like Kenny Dugan and Blue Mule out of Martinsburg, West Virginia. All right, looks like we got everything staged up, waiting on a green light on the track, on the sled. Let's see if we got it. And this is for Kenny Dugan's and the Blue Mule. We got a green light, let's go it. another one good pull. And another move to the top. 304.73. 304.73 for Kenny Dugans and the Blue Mule. All right, we've got one more in this class. And I'm telling you what, this is close. This is going to be real close. We got one more in this class. It's going to be Donald Mongold in one shot. He's out of Berryville, Virginia. All right, let's get everybody staged up for the 10,000 Pro Farm. 10,000 Pro Farm, let's get staged up and ready. All right, looks like he's ready to go. Donald Mongold in one shot out of Berryville, Virginia. He's got a green light. Waiting on the thumbs up from Miles. We got a green light. He's got it. Let's do it. That's the end of that class. We're going to get things tallied up. We'll see where this pole comes in. .47, 296.47. We're going to give you the results next up. All right, we're going to give you the top four. In fourth place, with a pull of 299.56, it's Jamie Wright looking for dirt. In third place is Jason Griffith with a pull of 301.45. In second place, it's Cooper Griffith with Buckshire with a pull of 303.25. And your winner in this class in first place is going to be Kenny Dugan and the Blue Mule with a pull of 304.73.
How many international fans we got out there? Let's hear you. Again, we want to thank Joe Malk, Brent Sutton for helping us put in the track, Racy Engineer for the use of the laser today. Yes, sir. 305.14, 305.14 for Chris Bangle. And he's going to keep it. Got Marshall Vidal from Fanitsburg, Pennsylvania coming out on the track with Marshall Law. .39 for Marshall Vidal. Coming out on the track now is Old Blue, a Ford 9700. Owned and operated by one of the statesmen of the pulling class here, Bobby Scheidt from Woodstock, Virginia. Bobby's been at this a long time. Let's hear it for Bobby Scheidt. 296.59 for Old Blue. 296.59. John Deere rolling out here on the track from Edinburgh, Virginia. Mr. Wes Dellinger.
All right, don't forget there again, they got that 50-50 TV raffle, all kinds of food. That's going to be a real good sized pot if everybody gets in board on this thing. What do we got next, Big Jim? Next up is going to be Wes Dellinger. Shear pin, he's out of Edinburgh, Virginia. All right, looks like we've got a green light on the track and ready to go for Wesley Dellinger, shear pin. Good looking pull right there. All right, good looking. 285.97, 285.97 for Wesley Dellinger and shear pin. Next up we got Shane Scott. He's in the Virginian. All right, we're ready on the track for Shane Scott in the Virginian. $322.50 for Shane Scott in the Virginian. He has definitely set the mark, and we'll go see what's going on from here out. All right, looks like next up we got Ivan Hissong. He's in the limestone binder, International Harvester 1466. He's out of Greencastle, Pennsylvania. Waiting on the green light. Looks like he's got it. Yep. Here we go. All right. Yeah, this thing's getting ready to get real competitive right now. We're going to find out what we get. 315.28, 315.28 for Ivan Hissong in the limestone binder. Next up, Chris Pangle Jr. in the Ford 9600. They're out of Woodstock, Virginia. All right, looks like we got everything ready. I know the track's ready, the sled's ready. Let's see if the driver's ready. Chris Pangle Jr. out of Woodstock. All right, looks like everybody's ready to go. That's a good looking pull right there. I'll tell you what, this race is getting tight. 328.24. 328.24. 328.34 We need a tow truck, we need a tow tractor, we need a tow. Woo, that's a big mark right there, gonna be hard to beat. All right, next up, we got Anthony Hamrick. He's running a Ford TW25, he calls it Beefy. He's out of Woodstock, Virginia. All right, looks like the track's ready. Looks like Miles is ready. Sled's ready. How about the driver? Let's see. You guys are doing business tonight. 310.72, 310.72. That is Anthony Hamrick and Beefy. All right, next up we got Mark Culberson. He's in Stitch Ford 9000. He's out of Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. All right, let's get Open Diesels. Let's get them ready. Open Diesel class. Let's get up and running and get ready. Only got two more tractors left. Let's Open Diesel staging. Let's go. All right, everything's ready. Here we go. Another good looking pole right there. 318.14, 3.318.14. That is from Mark Culberson. He's out of Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Next up. All right, next up we got Preston Blue. Preston Blue, all hooked up. This is his first time pulling. He's out of Woodstock, Virginia. I got a little story to tell you. This young man is 13 years old. So he gets up there, let's give him a big hand, give him a big try, and hope he does well with this. Y'all do better than that. 13, are you kidding me? Woo, let's go, give him a hand. All right, looks like he's got it squared up. We got a green light on the track, on the sled. And we've got Preston Blue. Let's see what he can do. And then we'll give you the results. Next up, Open Diesel. 168.43, my fault, 168.43. I don't know what y'all was doing at 13, but it wasn't that. All right, we got results in the 10,000 Pro Farm. In fourth place is Ivan Hissong and Limestone Binder. In third place, Mark Culberson and the Stitch Ford from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. In second place, Shane Scott in the Virginian. And first place, with a pull of 328.34 is going to be Chris Pangle Jr. out of Woodstock, Virginia. All right, here we go. We're getting started. It's Robert Hummer out of Winchester. All right, good looking bull there. We're going to see if he's going to take that or not. 2 234.57, 234.57. Is he keeping that one? Let me find out if he's going to keep that one. Wasn't a bad pull. I missed my signal there. Is he a keeper or not? Coming back around. I got you. All right, looks like next up we got Chad Wilfong. He's running a 06 Ford F-250. He's from Swoop, Virginia. All right, looks like he's getting staged and ready. Track's ready, sled's ready. See if Mr. Wilfong's ready. Pull right there. Good looking pull. 284.93, 284.93 for Chad Wilfong. Looks like next up, that's going to be Mark Good out of Stanley, Virginia. Running an F-350.
That's right.
All right, let's see where he comes in at. 220.28, 220.28, and that is for Mark Good out of Stanley, Virginia. Next up, Ethan Showman. Looks like he's out of Mount Jackson. All right, looks like everything is ready. We're waiting on Ethan Showman. .89, 225.89. Next up, it's going to be Nathan Weatherholtz, 08 Dodge Trap Queen in Elton, Virginia. I think that big bow tie on the front of it was a telltale that it was not a Dodge. So, we've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left on the poll. If you want to buy some tickets, not on the poll, people. If you want to buy some tickets, you've got 10 minutes left for the 50-50 and the TV raffle. 10 minutes left. It'll be a poll of 45.08. 45.08.
Hey, you're more than welcome.
45.80. I never was good at math. I apologize.
I'll put together a list of our polls and I'll just send you a whole list of them.
Who's this? This is Willie Shaw. He is running a Dodge. I'm right this time, Lyndhurst, Virginia. All right, that's one good looking pull right there. And that is Willie Shaw. He's running a 96 Dodge. 297.82, 297.82. And that is for Willie Shaw. We've got one more. He's going to get a root pull. And that is going to be Robert Hummer. And he's coming back to do his right now. Next class up, we need everybody up here. We're in 85 modified turbo. 85 modified turbo. Let's go, get them staged up, we're ready. All right, looks like we're ready on the track. It's the last pull in this class, and that is Robert Hummer, and here he comes. All right, good looking pull there. 237.32, 237.32. And we're going to tally up and give you the final four. In fourth place is going to be Ethan Showman. In third place is going to be Robert Hummer. In second place is going to be Chad Wilfong. And in your first place winner in that class is going to be Willie Shaw from Glenhurst, Virginia. Thank you very much. Here we go, next class. 8500 modified turbo coming up next.
We've got the 8500 mod turbo coming up, followed by the 8500 wild street trucks to round out the night. All right, first up on the track, Raging Red, Ray Bellick from Gratz, Pennsylvania. Three 21.90, 321.90 for Ray Bellick and Raging Red. He's going to keep it. Want to thank the Page Valley Fair Association also for letting us have this pull here tonight. They've been good to us through the years. All the rest of these boys in this class are from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Must be something in the water up there. Got Matt Smith and Blue Unit coming out on the track. All right, y'all, let's hear it from Matt Smith. Oh, yeah. $317.45, $317.45.
All right, next up we got Scott Tahati, Kiskadon. He's running Bleeding Blue. He's from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. All right, everything's ready, truck's ready, sleds ready, and is the driver ready? Looks like he is. Here we go. Whew, that's another real good looking pull right there. $326.92, $326.92 for Scotty Kiskadon. All right, next up we got an old guy comes around here all the time, Jason Forrester. He's running Papa Smurf out of Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. All right, looks like we got everything just about ready. Sleds ready, tracks ready. Let's go. I think I'm going to go on the assumption we need a tow. $209.62, $209.62 for Jason Forrester. I don't know what it was, but it sounded awful expensive. We're going to need a tow tractor. All right, next up, we've got Marty Smith. We got Marty Smith. He's running a Ford 9000. He is also out of Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. All right, we're all set and ready to go. Tracks ready. Here we go. Yeah, we're going to have a close race here this evening. I can see that already. Another good pull right there. All right, looks like I got one more in this class. Let's get the last class up here. Let's get them staged and ready. 8500 Wild Street. 8500 Wild Street. Let's get them up and ready. $320.75, $320.75 for Marty Smith. All right, looks like everything's ready to go. Tracks ready, sleds ready. Let's see if Eddie's ready. Here we go. I'm pretty sure we're going to need a tow tractor. We're going to need a tow tractor on this one. 223.51, 223.51 for Eddie Oker. All right, we're going to tally up the results, get them back to you. All right, next class, last class of the night, and it's going to be a wild one, 8500 Wild Street. Now, I'm not sure what wild means. It could mean bring what you brung, run what you, any of that, but we're going to find out. All right, in fourth place, with a pull of 317.45 is Matt Smith out of Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. In third place, with a pull of 320.75, it's going to be Marty Smith. In second place, with a pull of 321.90, it's going to be Ray Bellack at Raging Red. He's out of Cratchfield, Pennsylvania. And in first place in this class with a pull of 326.92 is going to be Scott Too Hottie Kiskadon. I did not do that, Scott.
Kiss
man. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Hey, I'm a dumb old country boy. I can't pronounce nothing.
Texas white, so you better get it right.
I think I'll stay up here. How about that? I agree. All right, let's be getting these wild streets up here. Wild Street. Last class of the night. These guys are out here looking for parts. Make sure this track's safe for the next class. Be careful, boys. This stuff might be hot. All right, not exactly sure what we got here. Maybe a little test run, something here. I'm not sure, but let's watch them pull. That pull was a 310.23, 310.23. And that was just a test, kind of an All right, now we're gonna get started with the 8500 Wild Street diesel trucks. First up tonight's gonna be Jordan Hoover. And it's the last class of the night. Here we go, people. And the first one is gonna be Jordan Hoover. He's got a 2000 Chevrolet. He's out of Edinburgh, Virginia. Here we go. They said wild. We starting out wild right there. Heck of a pull right there. 324.49. 324.49. That is for Jordan Hoover. Next up, Joey Saffel. Joey Saffel, a 2006 Dodge out of Strasburg, Virginia. He's going to come back on that one. Okay. Gonna come back, we gotta wait. Gonna do a little something with the weights here. Yep, okay. Gotta make a weight adjustment, he's gonna get to go again. All right, we're getting the slid back into position. And next up, like I said, is gonna be Joey Saffel. All right, here we go. That's a good looking pull right there. Let's see where he came in at. 319.91, 319.91 for Joey Shipley. All right, next up we got Alex Shipley. He's got another runner at 054. He is out of Shepherdstown, West Virginia. All right, looks like everything's ready, track's ready, sleds ready. Here we go. $243.6. Next up is going to be Joey Kopak. He's running a 97 Dodge 2500. He's out of Knoxville, Maryland. All ready for Joey Kopak. All right, just for clarification, let them know that because of the way the hitch broke, that is a DQ, a disqualification. So the next up is going to be Maddie Bird. She's out of Knoxville, Maryland. All right, here we go. Just had a little truck malfunction there. Let's see what they're going to do. 36.54, 36.54. Let's see what they're going to do.
Third tractor.
All right, we're going to need a wrecker. We're going to need a track. We're going to need a tow tractor. That's right, give him a hand, man. That's a little expensive fix right there, too. All right, we're getting ready for the next one. The next one up is going to be Galen Dawson running a 97 Dodge Dually, Martinsburg, West Virginia. All right, looks like everything's ready. Here we go. Five 6.14, 5.6.14. Two 11.24 for Galen Dawson. Next up is going to be Henry Drunnett and an 02 Dodge 2500. Looking pull there. 277.89, 277.89. That's going to be for Henry Drunnett. Next up is going to be Alan Casey. He's running an 08 Dodge. He is out of Charlestown, West Virginia. All right, we got everything ready. Tracks ready, slids ready. Winding up, here we go. Good looking pull right there. .306.84, 306.84, and that is for Alan Casey. Yeah, for Alan Casey. Next up is going to be Leah Tripp in the Sickness. That's a 96 Dodge Ram 2500, Winchester, Virginia. All right, here we go. .304.1, 304.10 for Lee or Triv. Next up is going to be Brandon Boyer. Brandon Boyer, Unstoppable, out of Middletown, Maryland. All right, looks like everything's ready for Mr. Boyer. Here we go. All right, they're going to let him give another shot here. Seven 0.40, 70.40. All right, next up is going to be Tony Etsy in the porch hunky, Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. Was a good looking pull right there. 291.91, 291.91 for Tony Etsy from Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. Next up, we've got Colton Kibler, Green Bean Pulling Team out of Maryland. All right, looks like we got the track ready, sled ready. Is the driver ready? Well, we're ready, let's go. That was a good looking pull right there too. 300.2, 300.2 for Colton Kibler. All right, up next is Bucky Eagle Jr. He's in the Smoke Show 97 Ford from Bunker Hill, West Virginia. All right, looks like everything is ready for Mr. Angle. Now let's find out. Jr. Let's see what he did. That was a good looking pull, I know that. 315.78, 315.78 for Bucky Eagle Jr. Next up is Justin Shriver, Neighborhood Nuisance. I'll bet it is. Berryville, Virginia. All right, looks like everybody's ready. Here we go. That's another good looking pull right there. 324.92, 324.92. All right, next up we got two more pullers. We got Evan Moser in an 2007 Dodge, Martinsburg, West Virginia. And then up last will be Jordan Hoover is going to run again. He declined his first pull. Not sure if that was a great idea. We're going to find out. All right, here we go. Evan Moser, here he goes. We're getting the smoke and the dust moving on that one. .308.26, 308.26. One more puller left. That's going to be Jordan Hoover. All right, here we go. Last puller of the night. .123.1. All right, we're going to tally up the results here. We'll let you know in 1 minute.